Hello, I'm Prince Dearlove live from Planet Earth. You're watching Chixxflix. Erika, Kirk, and Candace Owens have finally met. So we got to talk about that because I got a lot to say about that. I even watched Candace Owens live stream, the first live stream she's done after that meeting. She said it was a 4.5 hour meeting, and I watched the live stream, and honestly, it was just terrible. So we're going to talk about that. We got to talk about this Trump post that he made right after Reiner got unalived by his son. The son unalived the Rob Reiner and the mom. So he took both his parents out. And then Trump had a few words. The reason we're going to talk about that is because a lot of people were fired from their jobs and were getting banned on social media, and not even banned, but just insulted and just told they're a horrible person when they were making fun of Charlie Kirk after he got unalived. But somehow Trump can make fun of this guy and his wife that gets unalived by their son, which is horrible, and it can just be that. So we definitely got to talk about that. And we're going to hop in right into the Candace Owens and Erika Kirk meetup. So Candace Owens, I want to remind you in the beginning of this. So last week, Turning Point tells Candace Owens, hey, you can come on the 15th in person. You can come to Turning Point, and we're going to have a meeting with you. We're going to talk with you about all your theories, the conspiracy theories, everything you got to say about Charlie Kirk, your investigation that has been going on for 3 months, if you want to call it an investigation of Candace Owens. You can come to Turning Point and we can discuss it live for everybody to see. Candace Owens says she can't make it, she doesn't have time, and she says she has to get permission from her husband, George Former, and he doesn't want her to go, so she can't go, and blah blah blah. A bunch of excuses. After and by the way, before that, she had told him she's down to talk anytime, any place. But then she goes and says she can't make it, and that she has to listen to her husband. Apparently, she listens to her husband now. Apparently, he's watching this, and he's just letting it go on and on and on. Anyway, so that happens. Then she says, hey, if Erika Kirk is coming on with us on the live stream, I might be able to get my husband to agree to let me go. So then she says that. Okay, cool. Not cool, but cool. So they're saying this for December 15th. Obviously, that just passed because today is December 17th, is Wednesday. And then Erika invites her to talk privately, have a private discussion between her and Candace. So it's not going to be live. We're not going to see the discussion, and we're not going to know the details really, unless whatever they tell us, which Candace had her show, and I watched it. So they have a 4 hour conversation, 4.5 hour conversation. That's what Candace Owens said. They had a 4.5 hour conversation this past Monday. And before she was telling us she couldn't make it, but somehow she was able to have a 4.5 hour conversation with Erika, right? A 4.5 hour conversation. Now, when it came down, and after the conversation, she comes on Twitter and says it was productive, and Erika says it was a good conversation, and blah blah blah. Okay, cool. But for 3 months, you've been spitting out these conspiracies, talking about Egyptian planes, talking about Israel, talking about Turning Point being in on it. She even told her followers, "Hey, go get a refund from Turning Point," because she doesn't trust them. She thinks they were in on it, and people started to try to get refunds, and that's when Turning Point finally said, "Okay, we got to meet up with you. You're taking our money away now. This is not just you on YouTube." And you got to remember, Candace Owens, she's getting 88K viewers live, 200K viewers live. Yesterday, she got, after that conversation with Erika Kirk, and we finally got to see her talk, she got 300,000 people watching her live. That's a lot of people tuning in. When Erika Kirk did her CBS town hall, where she was getting interviewed, or you can call it discussion by CBS, she got 88,000 viewers on the YouTube video. Candace Owens episodes since this Charlie Kirk thing has been going on, it's been getting 1 million or above views. So Candace Owens is eclipsing them. She's eclipsing them. She's eclipsing everybody on the right. Right now, she's the talk of the town. So I watched her show today of Candace Owens telling us how the 4.5 hour conversation went with Erika Kirk. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, yo, I was watching that and I was so confused. I'm like, what? Her show was an hour and 14 minutes. She spent probably less than an hour, less than 50 minutes on what her and Erika talked about, and she barely gave details. I think she talked about like three things when she stayed on the conversation she had with Erika. Mind you, they had a 4 hour conversation. Erika Kirk brought her lawyers and she brought somebody from Turning Point USA with her to talk to Candace Owens. Some of you might say, well, why would she bring lawyers in that conversation? I'm thinking maybe there was a written agreement that maybe Candace Owens agreed to, or there was some kind of agreement, or there was things said where it's being recorded and we know you're going to go back on your show and you're not going to say certain things. I don't know what happened, but here's what I do know. I know that when Candace Owens was on her show and I watched her show after the conversation she had with Erika Kirk, it sounded like Candace is a lot calmer. She honestly sounded like she had nothing to talk about. She honestly sounded like she knows this is close to getting to the end and like there's nothing here. Like no one, she's not close to she was never close to solving this Charlie Kirk thing, by the way. She was never close to finding out if Tyler Robinson really had people in the background helping him do this, take care of unalive Charlie Kirk. Like, she's talking about Egyptian planes. She's talking about Israel. She's talking about Turning Point. She's blaming everybody. Why won't Trump say anything? Why won't the FBI answer my questions? She's blaming Erika. Well, she didn't blame Erika, but she's blaming Turning Point. She's saying you can't trust them. She's saying get refunds. This was honestly like her show when I watched it today. Hour 14 minutes, bro. I watched it for y'all. I'm confused. Also, I want to say Egypt don't give a damn about Charlie Kirk. She even said something about the Egyptian thing and Egyptian plane thing in her show when she said she talked to Erika about it. And even that I was confused about. I was like, okay, what did Erika say? And she just going on and on and on. And it was like, I'm not going to lie, like the whole show is nothing. Like, it was nothing. It was nothing there. There's no concrete anything. She's not solving anything. It's just gossip and just saying stuff. And I think when you watch this show today, if you watch it, which you shouldn't, even her comments are like, there's comments like, oh, on Candace Owens' show, there's comments like, it's all a big club and you're not in on it. There's comments like, Candace was definitely paid off. There's comments like, I'm done watching this, no more. All types of comments like that of her fans disagreeing with her. Candace Owens replied to that and she said it's bots. So she's saying it's bots now that's being negative, but it's really not bots. It's, hey, you're confusing everybody. You're putting out a bunch of slop. You have nothing to say. You had a 4.5 hour conversation with Erika Kirk, and all you come back with is a couple lines about what you said to her and what maybe she said back, or maybe she didn't agree with, or that it was a productive conversation. I'm telling you, it was a bunch of nothing when she was live. And these 300,000 people were watching her. So it's just like, what's going like? And when I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, I can't believe I'm even watching this. Like, this woman is clearly, she knows she has nothing to give. She knows she's not close to solving anything, and she knows this is all just viewership and money being made. This is all it's just theater. It's not real. She had a 4.5 hour conversation with Erika Kirk. She comes back on her show for an hour and 14 minutes. She maybe spends 40 minutes, 50 minutes talking about her conversation with Erika Kirk. And it's a bunch of circles and it's a bunch of nothing. It's a bunch of nothing was accomplished. We won't. And here's how you know she's keeping something away. She's keeping like a secret of the conversation. I don't know if she signed anything to where she can't say certain things now because Erika did bring her lawyers there with the meeting with Candace Owens. And why would you bring lawyers unless there's some legality going on? There's something going on, an agreement going on. You know what I'm saying? But whatever happened, this should be a clear sign to everyone that hey, it's all theater, none of it is real, and it is what it is. Why did Charlie Kirk get unalived? Hey, he got unalived because Tyler Robinson went on a roof, took him out. Is he solely responsible? Were there people that had Tyler do that? Probably. What do I think? I think the cabal said, you know what, Charlie, we need you to do this. We need you to take this L. We need you to get unalived. Maybe. Personally, I don't even know if Charlie's not alive. That's how sick everything is. That's how theater everything looks. That's how fake everything looks. I don't even know if Charlie Kirk is actually not alive. When Candace Owens came back on her show, she seemed relieved. Maybe there's a 1% chance Erika told her, hey, it's all good. He's alive. Yeah, he's alive. It's all good. He's not. No. This was just for show. So our government can, push on taking away freedoms, going after speech. Remember Pam Bondi, Attorney General, she said she's going to go after hate speech and everybody give her pushback after Charlie Kirk got unalived. Yeah, we're just doing this so we can go after hate speech and we can take away freedoms and we can implement Palantir and we can put more surveillance up. Yeah, Charlie Kirk had to be unalived or fake unalived so we can do that. I don't even know if Charlie's actually not alive. There's still no autopsy, by the way. People are going to say there is an autopsy. No, there's not. There's no autopsy. We still don't even know the exact bullet that took Charlie out. We don't even know for a fact. The FBI has the gun that took Charlie out. Apparently, that took Charlie out. But we don't have the bullet. That bullet is still inside of him. And their excuse for this was somebody at Turning Point said, he's a man of steel. His body is made of steel. The bullet just didn't go through. Charlie's bone is so strong and he's so healthy. So there's no autopsy still. Isn't that kind of odd that there's still no autopsy? That we still have no autopsy on Charlie Kirk? Does anybody not find that to be odd? Meanwhile, Candace Owens is talking about Egyptian planes. I promise you, Egypt does not care about Charlie Kirk or Erika Kirk or Candace Owens. Egyptian planes. I promise you, Egyptians are not thinking about Charlie Kirk. They're halfway around the world. On the other side of the planet. They don't care about that. So you're watching this and you're like, what is going on? It's like all theater. You got Erika Kirk. Every time I see Erika Kirk, she has a napkin in her hand and she's dabbing her eyes and there's no tears coming down. She can't cry for the life of her. Candace Owens, she's on her show. When Charlie Kirk first got unalived, she's on her show trying to get out some tears. Nothing's coming out. Megyn Kelly, she's on her show. When Charlie Kirk got unalived, no tears coming out. She's trying her hardest. I haven't seen none of his friends or anyone crying for that matter. That the ones that say apparently they're friends, but there's no tears coming down and it all seems fake and it all seems like theater. So you're watching this and you're just like, bro, what is this? I don't want to watch this no more. I don't want to entertain this. So that's how I felt watching her show. And honestly, it's just sad. Like watching that was just like, wow, like this sucks. This sucks. You're watching it and you're just like, wow, like this is terrible. This is terrible. She's saying, I forgot what she said. She's like, Candace is like, tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna go over something else. I'm like, are people really? They are gonna tune into this? You have nothing. This is nothing. This is all theater. It's all fake. It's not real. Like, it's just fake. Even her YouTube comments disagree with her. Her YouTube comments, Candace Owens' YouTube comments were disagreeing with her, saying she sold out. People are on TikTok saying, hey, This is all fake. You have nothing to give. You had a conversation with Erika. You come back and it's just slop. It's an hour and 14 minutes of just trash. It's just like, it's just trash. So that's my review of Candace Owens' show. And it's like, what can you expect from a coon? What can you expect from a woman that over the years told black people that racism don't exist and like anti-black as hell? She was anti-black over the years when she was working at Daily Wire. She's now come on to the Israel trend of like talking about the Jews. What can you expect from somebody like that? And there's no realness to it. She couldn't do the live stream with Turning Point USA, but she could have a 4-hour conversation with her on the same exact day. Okay. She couldn't meet up with them and have the conversation and display her facts and conspiracies and theories, but apparently she can have a 4.5-hour conversation with Erika, and you're like, it's all theater, it's all fake. It's all theater, it's all fake. It's not real. All of it is just fake. It's slop. You can't trust anybody, especially somebody that it seems like they're being boosted in the algorithm. 300,000. Okay. Anyway, so that's what I had to say about that. Remember to like and share the video, all that good stuff. Follow me, and this is my name for all my socials. I'm not going live on Twitch until I have 100 followers on there. Always live on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe and put your notification bells on so you know when I go live. Let's get into the Donald Trump thing, though. So this guy, Rob Reiner, I didn't even know who he was until I saw his face. He was in The Wolf of Wall Street. He's the dad of Leo, of Leonardo played the guy, and he's the Rob Reiner is the. Did I say Schneider? Oh, that's bad. Rob Reiner is the guy in Wolf of Wall Street. He's the dad. He plays the dad of Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't know that. I looked him up. I was like, oh, that's the guy. He's also a filmmaker, so he makes films. I didn't know that. Well, he did. We find out that his son is apparently was a drug. He was on drugs. Recovering addict, I guess you can say, because they tried to get him some help. Rob Reiner and his wife, and the son, unalives Rob Reiner and the wife. So the son took out the dad and the mom, his dad and his mom. And Trump has some things to say about this on Truth Social. This is what Trump had to say, right? Remember, when Charlie Kirk got unalived and people were making fun of Charlie Kirk and saying how much they don't like him, people were losing their jobs and getting expelled from school. But this is what Trump had to say about Rob Reiner getting unalived by his son. And not only this Rob Reiner getting unalived, but the son took out the mom too. This is what Trump had to say. He said, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away. Together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. When Charlie Kirk got unalived and people were making fun of him on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, people got expelled, people got fired from their jobs, a lot of people, because apparently you can't make fun of the people that get unalived. You can't make fun of that, even if they sucked, like Charlie Kirk's self. Even if they sucked, you can't make fun of them. You can't laugh. You can't say anything that isn't nice. But Trump can say that, and it continues. He continued, by the way, so I'm still reading more. He goes, sometimes referred to as TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Robin Michelle rest in peace. So this is what Trump had to say about Rob Reiner. Did that sound nice? Did that sound sweet? Or did that sound horrible? And like you're flicking at him. You're trying to get at him, even when he's getting buried. You're making fun of him. Did that sound nice or did that sound horrible? Does that remind you of what people were doing when Charlie Kirk got unalived? People were making fun of Charlie Kirk, how Charlie Kirk sucked, and people were making fun of him. But instead, they get expelled and they get fired and all that. But Trump can be the narcissist and egomaniac he is and make fun of Rob Reiner, who got unalived by his son. And not only did he get unalived, but the wife got unalived by the son. That's a tragic story. It's nasty. But Trump can do this. Ain't that something? And by the way, is this surprising to me? No, because this is who Trump is. He's not a good guy at all. He lies like every other politician. He's supposed to be the businessman, but he's lying like politicians. He's not getting things done. His leadership sucks. The MAGA is fighting each other. But this is what you get from Trump, and people are surprised. I'm like, this is not surprising. This is consistently how he has always been. A liar, an evil person, horrible, has nothing good to say about most people. A hypocrite, because people got fired over this. You are punishing people over this, and then now you get to make fun of the guy that you didn't like because he got unalived by his son. Ain't that something? I don't even want to spend too much time on that, but I just want to say he's a hypocrite for this, because when Charlie Kirk got unalived, the same Charlie Kirk that went on college campuses and lied about how Trayvon Martin was apparently chasing down George Zimmerman when Trayvon was walking on feet and George Zimmerman is in a car following him. That Charlie Kirk, when Charlie Kirk was spewing those lies saying Trayvon was chasing Zimmerman and got unalived because of that, and people go, hey, Charlie Kirk sucked, he was a racist, he sucked, we don't like him, you get fired, you get expelled, but Trump can make fun of Rob Reiner. Ain't that something? I don't even want to spend too much time on that. I'm going to just leave that there, but I just thought I should bring that up because, wow, like, that tweet, that Truth Social post is nasty. Like, you're making fun of the guy, and he got unalived by his son. And the son took out the mom, which is Rob Reiner's wife. The son took out the dad and the mom. The son took out Rob Reiner and his wife. The drug addict son. So I just want to say that. Leave it there. If you like this show, though, make sure you follow, subscribe, like. Please follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitch. Once we get to 100, I'll go live on there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this video. Share this video. And that's really how you support